The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi, and we're welcoming you from Parks Racing to bring you all the latest in horse racing and news from around the country. On today's show, 3-year-olds take center stage as the road to the Kentucky Derby begins in the new year with the Jerome Stakes at Aqueduct, the Smarty Jones at Oaklawn Park, and the Sham Stakes at Santa Anita. Plus, we're going to recap Santa Anita's New Year's Day card with all their stakes action. They had a great day. But we have some big news here in the studio, Dick.
We do have some big news, Danny. We talked about the new racing calendar for 2022. We're going to have, what, half a dozen Saturdays, the Triple Crown Saturdays.
6, yeah.
I think July 4th weekend, Father's Day weekend, and of course the Pennsylvania Derby will be on a Saturday. So that'll replace the Wednesdays in those weeks. The 3-day weeks worked out really well. I wrote a piece on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week about the handle numbers for 2021. It's hard to compare to 2020, obviously, because of the abbreviated schedule, but if you go back to 2019 when they were different 3- and 4-day weeks, how about daily average handle up like 70% in the 2-year period? So these 3-day weeks have really worked, and the Wednesday over Saturday, as Joe Wilson, I talked to Joe about it, really has just been better because there's not the competition on Wednesdays that you get on Saturday. And I know Sal talked about that when we had him on last week. So yeah, they've really found something, but it's going to be cool that we'll have a half a dozen Saturdays so that people can use the picnic area. And I think, look, people want to be out here to see live racing on days at the Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont especially.
Oh, definitely. We're going to make those days as fabulous as we can. And me, you, and Chris are going to be heading down the stretch. Starting Saturdays in February, we're going to be jumping on XM Radio. It's going to be station 85 with Down the Stretch, and we're going to be talking about parks. What's better than that?
Right, we're going to have a segment late morning, maybe around 11-ish. Danny will do it some weeks. I'll do it some weeks. Chris Griffin will do it some weeks. It's with Bill Finley and Dave Johnson on their Down the Stretch show that is on every Saturday morning, 10 to 1. And we'll be having 15 minutes or so talking about parks.
I love it. So much to talk about. We have a big year here at Parks lined up, but let's get to some local racing. We're going to take a look at Monday's 9th race. It was an allowance race, $45,000 going a mile and a 70, field of 8, and our post-time favorite is number 1. Texas Swing, shipping in for Todd Pletcher, gets Kendrick Harmouche. We've seen this partner up before. We know what can happen.
Yes, we have. We have Todd Pletcher, we have Kendrick, we have the one hole, we have a horse with speed. I think we know what might happen here, Danny.
Absolutely. We got to take a look at our second choice, Flat Out Flying for Cal Lynch. Gets Jamie Rodriguez riding. He was the leading rider down at Delaware Park this summer. 8-5.
It's been on a very big roll, this horse. 4 out of 5 with a neck loss was the only loss of that string.
Here's the call of our local race of the week with track announcer Chris Griffin.
The leader is Texas Swing immediately tries to back off the pace. Inspired Options is in second. At the rail is 9-Tone Johnny, who's now in a tight spot with Successful Cure. It's now 3 wide. Into that second grouping is in fourth. Very wide is Rex Kwando. Then gray is Roan Mountain. Towards the back is El Hermano. And the trailer, patiently ridden, Flat Out Flying. Texas Swing to the backstretch. It's Texas Swing, who's up by a full length. Getting closer here is Successful Cure out in the center of the racetrack with Inspired Options. 9-Toe Johnny is now about a length and a half off this leader. Back there in the 4th spot, Rex Kwando still wide. Roan Mountain makes up some ground, is taken 5th. El Hermano is towards the back of the field, and Flat Out Flying will have to pass them all. It's Texas Swing with a head in front. Inspired Options ready to challenge right to the outside. 49 seconds for a half-mile time. Texas Swing into the far turn. Inspired Options, and here's the move from Successful Cure, 3 wide. Roan Mountain is under a drive looking for some room. Flat Out Flying starts to get going from the back of the field, passes Rex Kwando. El Hermano, and tailing off 9-Toe Johnny. Still in front, it's Texas Swing. Successful Cure is trying to pass. Inspired Options. Roan Mountain is tipped towards the outside. Flat Out Flying is making up some late ground as 4 off the lead. Successful Cure challenges Texas Swing, who's very game to the inside. Texas Swing is finding more. Successful Cure is trying to run past. Flat Out Flying from the back of the field is making up late ground. Roan Mountain down the center of the racetrack. It's still Texas Swing fending them all off inside the final 16th. This is going to be a game victory, and keep an eye on him. Texas Swing gets the victory.
Texas Swing makes it a 3-win in a row for him. A nice 5-year-old by Curlin. Perfect ride by Kendrick Carmouche.
Yeah, again, we figured he'd be loose. He was, Danny, and they took runs at him, but Kendrick had more than enough horse left. He was running away at the finish.
It's nice seeing these horses shipped down. They're beautiful horses, and they always run well, and our Parks horses can compete with them.
Yes, they can.
They tried.
And, yeah, Todd has been making a few more forays down here lately. Of course, Todd's down in Florida, but his horses have been making forays.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for us to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at newly turned 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail and some stakes action, so stick around. Let's Go Racing. We'll be right back.
So it is Hagler and Courvoisier, and the two of them are right together.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now, and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stables.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry spends tens of millions of dollars supporting agriculture, from local farmers and farm workers to veterinarians and more? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our national coverage is brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car or truck, well, you did pay too much. Let's jump right into it. It was our newly turned 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail at Aqueduct in the $150,000 Jerome Stakes. It's a 1-turn mile, and our favorite is the #1 Cook Creek for Jeremiah O'Dwyer with Manny Franco.
Yeah, most recently second to Rockefeller in the Nashua. Rockefeller had come east from Bob Baffert's powerful stable in California.
Rudy Rodriguez is second choice at 3-1 with Hagler coming from the 8-post, gets Georgie Vargas Jr., who we see ride down here at Parks a lot.
We do, and I'm going to assume Hagler is named after the great middleweight boxing champion Marvin Hagler.
Love me some boxing. Here's the call of the Jerome Stakes.
It is Hagler in front with Cook Creek, and then 02035, followed by Courvoisier, along with Rumble Strip Ron. At the back are Mr. Jefferson, Smarten Up, and Unbridled Bomber. It is Hagler who has the lead. Courvoisier's on the outside in second. Cook Creek just off them in third. The quarter in the slop in 22 and 4/5 seconds. So it is Hagler and Courvoisier, and the two of them are right together. They've got 3 lengths on Cook Creek, who runs in third. 02035 is advancing on the outside in fourth. And farther back it is Mr. Jefferson, Unbridled Bomber. The half went in 45 and 3/5 seconds. It is Hagler with the lead over Courvoisier. They remain 1-2. Cook Creek is being asked for more in third. Unbridled Bomber is gaining ground down at the rail in fourth. Then 02035. And now the field is coming into the stretch. And it is Hagler and Cook Creek on the outside. Unbridled Bomber is down at the rail. Courvoisier is there. Here's Courvoisier now to take the lead. Cook Creek on the outside in second. It is Courvoisier with the lead as they come down for the finish. On the outside, Smarten Up. Courvoisier in the fog and over the slop to win the Jerome. Courvoisier over Smarten Up, and then Cook Creek.
Courvoisier gets the win with Jose Ortiz and Kelly Breen with a really nice aggressive ride.
Yeah, very aggressive. This is a son of Tappet. Again, they're everywhere. Courvoisier was pretty impressive, I thought, under the circumstances. And interestingly, Danny, Jose Ortiz stayed north this winter. He didn't go to Florida. He likes that money at Aqueduct.
Yeah, he talked about he stayed up there for family reasons. And Courvoisier's by Take Charge Brandy. A lot of you guys probably remember her winning the Juvenile Breeders' Cup with Victor Espinoza. And in a similar fashion, an aggressive front-running fashion.
At 61-1, by the way, 2014 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies for D. Wayne.
Oh, I remember that with the Burton Silks, but the second place horse is the one we're really impressed with. Smarten Up ships up for trainer Freddie Velasquez, get Anthony Salgado. This horse overcame so much to get this second. Not only was he bumped at the start, cut his leg a little bit, which backed him up, took mud for the first time, and also he was on a speed bias track and still, once he was in the clear, really kicked on for a very strong second. I really look forward to seeing this horse move forward, and all top 3 finishers in the Withers in February.
Right, when February 5th, they'll all come back in the Withers going a mile and 1/8 and Smarten Up. It would look like that's going to be a good thing, given how he ran at the finish. And as you said, everything was against him, 21-1. Will not be 21-1 the next time. He ran really well.
Everyone will be. I know Freddie Velasquez is very excited.
Good for Freddie.
He's been high
awesome
on him since Pennsylvania Derby Day. He literally said this horse is his dream. He looks forward to waking up and seeing him every day.
We look forward to seeing him running the Withers.
Yeah, well, more 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail. It's the Smarty Jones Stakes at Oaklawn Park, $250,000, 1 mile, and our favorite is the number 3 Homebrew, 5-2 for trainer Brad Cox.
Yeah, I think this is a Brad Cox deal more than anything else. I mean, the horse is okay, has an allowance, an optional claiming win, a maiden win, but first time in a stakes race, and I thought the race was wide open, but they had a bet, so they bet Brad Cox, which isn't a bad idea.
They certainly did, and second choice went to Ben Diesel, going all the way out from the number 14 post for Dallas Stewart, who's no stranger to long shots in big races.
No, he is no stranger to long shot. This is an unusual horse for Dallas. The horse actually has speed. Most of them come from 50 miles behind. This horse will be with the pace the whole way.
Here's the call of the Smarty Jones famous name race for a famous horse.
They're off. Good start. All in sync, Ben Diesel in the center, and Homebrew shows speed. Vivar and Ruggs are on the move as well. All in sync will set the pace at the rail, but Ruggs is between horses and Ben Diesel is only in the 2.5 path early. Homebrew is shuffled back. He is passed in the center by Kavad, who takes over in 4th. Then comes Dash Attack at the rail. To the outside and Cool Papa G. Another 2 lengths further back to Bureau, and towards the back of the pack is Kairama as they turn up the backstretch in the 15th. Smarty Jones, Ben Diesel has the lead from Ruggs, and these two go right along and go quickly. Ruggs is inside. Ben Diesel is outside. They are 3 lengths clear of Kavad. All in sync is 4th at the rail and 2.5 lengths in front of Homebrew, who's at the rail. Homebrew right now is 5th with about 5 lengths to make up. Then comes Barber Road. Dash Attack has 6 to close. 2.5 to Kairama. Then comes a 1.5 lengths back to Bureau, and they round the far turn in the Smarty Jones, and Ben Diesel has the lead. Kavad is about to race up 3 wide, and here comes Kavad to try for the lead. Ruggs is still right there at the rail. All in sync is moving up, and we have a new leader at the top of the stretch. It is Kavad, and he leads by a length. Ben Diesel is second. All in sync is third. Barber Road to the outside in Vivar. Many chances. Final furlong. Kavad has the lead. Here comes Dash Attack in the center of the racetrack, and Dash Attack is going to roll by, and now he's 3 in front of Kavad and Barber Road. Dash Attack to win the Smarty Jones.
Dash Attack gets the win with jockey David Cohen. They said David Cohen literally dreamed up the trip he was going to get. He didn't anticipate to be that far back at the break, but Dash Attack was rolling coming home in the slop.
He was rolling. It's interesting, Danny, when I looked at this race, I said, wait a second, blue and white silk with a C in the middle. I said, is this Pat Chapman Silks? Why would Smarty Jones Stakes? But no, it's the Catalyst stable, and Kenny McPeak, we're told by Bruce, owns a piece of this horse. Really nice horse, Dash Attack. 82 buyer. Gonna have to go faster, but that's a pretty good start for his 3-year-old season.
Absolutely. A good homebred for them, and I love Munnings. Can't say enough good things about that sire. So exciting chestnut colt to keep your eye out for. We're going to head to Santa Anita. It's the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. Kentucky Derby points on the line, going 1 mile, $100,000. And our post-time favorite is Rockefeller, 3-2 for Bob Baffert with Flavian Pratt.
Right, we mentioned Rockefeller had won the Nashua. Before that was 4th behind Corniche. That's his only loss in the American Pharoah.
McKinnon's going to try the dirt for the first time since his turf starts for trainer Doug O'Neill at 2-1.
Yeah, I found this interesting. I think, look, he's by American Pharoah, so they're thinking, why couldn't he go in the dirt? And that's where the money is for 3-year-olds. So they wanted to take a shot just to see if they could put him on the Triple Crown trail.
Here's Frank Miramati with the call of the Grade 3 Sham Stakes.
And they're off in the Sham Stakes.
Newgrange and Rockefeller break together as one. Newgrange a little quicker now. Rockefeller second. Degree of Risk moves up on the outside. They're followed by McKinnon and Oviatt Class. It's a compact field moving at a leisurely tempo. Newgrange has it by a half length. Rockefeller followed by Degree of Risk. McKinnon under a hold at the rail. Oviatt Class right next to him. 3 lengths covers them. Onto the backstretch they go. John Velasquez has slowed things right down with Newgrange. Has it 3 parts of a length to Rockefeller second. Degree of Risk in the clear while third. McKinnon still eager in fourth. And Oviatt Class, 3.5 off front running Newgrange, who cruises down the backstretch. In front by about a half length now to Rockefeller in Degree of Risk. McKinnon has ridden the rail throughout. 2 lengths off the pacemaker. And then Oviatt Class. No change in the running order. They head to the 3/8 pole, and Newgrange lets it out a notch, strides away a length and a half over Rockefeller, who's called on now. McKinnon takes third. Degree of Risk is fourth. Oviatt Class is pushed along. Newgrange doing it very nicely with a 1/4 mile to go. Still has it a length and a half to Rockefeller. McKinnon swings out for the drive. They're at the top of the stretch, and Newgrange still loaded at the 8th pole. Builds up a 2.5 length lead. Rockefeller can't keep up with his stablemate. They're followed by McKinnon and Oviatt Class. A big step forward in start 2 for Newgrange, who makes every pole a winning one in the Sham Stakes.
Newgrange getting the win with Hall of Fame rider Johnny Velasquez. It was a Bob Baffert exact 3-4, Rockefeller getting second. But yeah, 10 points for the Kentucky Derby were not awarded to Newgrange.
Yeah, no Derby points because obviously Baffert right now is barred from running horses at Churchill for another 1.5 years at this point. And Danny, it's really getting later fast, right?
Yeah.
As we get further into these 3-year-old races. So what are these owners going to do if their horses aren't getting any points? As the races get bigger, like the San Antonio Derby, when there's more points, then I would think they're going to have to change trainers at some point, unless this is dealt with, and I see no chance. They haven't even scheduled a hearing on the whole Medina Spirit thing yet in Kentucky.
Could be interesting, and we talked about off camera, Todd Pletcher could be getting a lot of these horses. We maybe see another trainer get a shot.
Yeah, I think if there was a bet right now, and I don't see that bet out there, which trainer is going to win the Kentucky Derby, I'd like to bet on Todd, because I think he's liable to end up with a lot of these Baffert horses like he did last year.
Yeah, that early money pool will be pretty good. Well, it's time for us to head to another break. When we come back, we're going to get our Jockey and Trainer of the Week for you, and more racing from Santa Anita on their New Year's Day card. All this, stick around on Let's Go Racing.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program right here at Parks Racing. We have another great Turning for Home spotlight for you. Stormy Justin, a 7-year-old bay gelding that retired right here at Parks Racing by trainer Mary Pattershaw and owner Mario Villanueva, ran a respectable 27 times with 4 wins, earnings just over the $100,000 mark. He's living his best life with both human and horse friends, and he's teaching new kids to ride.
Very good.
What's
Awesome.
greater than that?
Yeah, nothing greater than
These
that.
pictures just put a smile on my face, so happy to share those with you. Let's jump into our Jockey of the Week. We've got to give it to Michael Sanchez.
Yeah.
He kicked off the new year with a double win day on Monday. I mean, and I'd like to see the mileage on his car because he's riding everywhere. Aqueduct, Laurel.
Yeah, Michael's making a name for himself. Look, he won the Jockey's title here. Somebody finally finished in front of Frankie Pennington, and now he's going all over the place and winning there too.
Absolutely. He won a nice stakes in our end of the year stakes on Jakarta. Yeah, and our trainer of the week, we have to give it to Freddie Velasquez. He's in our Parks Racing Hall of Fame, and he's got a really nice 3-year-old in Spartan.
Yeah, it's cool. Danny had a real good 3-year-old last year. Now his dad has one this year. It's
absolutely. Cool. So much fun rooting on the Velasquez boys. And it's time for us to jump into race recap brought to you by the Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com, a great ownership group. Become an owner with them today. And we're going to check out Santa Anita. It was New Year's Day. The Grade 2 Joe Hernandez on the downhill turf course, $250,000. We're going to see a lot of speed from the #1 Beer Can Man, but he's not up there for long. He's going to have company.
Yeah, Beer Can Man is right there the whole way, and here comes the 3. Chewing Gum. I like a horse named Chewing Gum.
I love it.
Danny. And call this photo if you can. It's the 3 and the 1 to the wire, and it's Chewing Gum by a nose.
And good for him, because he's lost a lot of photos the other way. A lot of second place finishes in his PP, so good for him. Bill Mott goes out to Santa Anita, gets the win.
And Bill Mott taking an excursion out west.
And Umberto Rispoli, he's a great rider.
He is, and it was Rispoli and Flavian Pratt in the photo.
Yeah, we like that duel. And we're going to stick at Santa Anita Park. It was the Grade 3 Robert Frankel Stakes, going a mile and 1/8 on the turf for our fillies and mares. Really nice field here. Keep your eye on the #7 Luck. She's really far back, but not for long.
Yeah, this is a classic turf ride. Flavian Pratt skims the rail. Richie Baltus wins a lot of grass races out in Southern California. Swings out at the stretch and just going to roll by the field here. End up winning by over 3 lengths at the wire. Luck. 4 to 5 isn't a great price, but that horse ran like a 4 to 5 shot.
She did. Richie Baltus did get the exacta, and Luck is a half sister to Goldie Kova, the great Goldie Kova. Luck, very nice horse by Kitten's Joy, who's always thrown very nice horses. So keep an eye out for her. And sticking with Santa Anita, it was the Grade 3 La Cañada, going a mile and 1/16 on the dirt, $200,000. Bob Baffert's going to dominate here with the #6 as time goes by.
Yeah, I'll say. This was a total rout. It was essentially a walkover. I mean, as time goes by, was sitting second, rolls by. The final margin, I wasn't sure when I was watching, I knew it was over 10. It's going to be 13.5 at the wire. Flavian Pratt, what a day he had on New Year's Day. How about 10 mounts, Danny? 6 wins and 4 seconds. We just saw him just miss the 7th win in the race we just saw. So Flavian Pratt off to a pretty good start in 2022.
Oh, I'd certainly say. And they said the tip-off for as time goes by was Michael Tabor was there on site at Santa Anita. He only comes on big days like Breeders' Cup, so a lot of people were thinking they were going to win.
Yeah, I saw him interviewed in the winter circle. I was trying to think, when's the last time I saw Michael Tabor come over from England to Santa Anita? Yeah, he knew he was going to win, and he wanted to be in a winter circle.
Absolutely. Great day for Flavian Pratt. Well, it's time for Eye on Racing. Not a huge stakes day, but a little something for everyone. Aqueduct has the Save Florida Sandy Stakes, and there's a Grade 3 tropical turf at Gulfstream Park for our sun lovers.
Right, and in a couple weeks we'll pick up with more 3-year-old races. We're getting started. That was the first of the group, but we haven't seen the heavyweights yet. And we're waiting on the Corniche, who will obviously be the 2-year-old champ. We'll see what that plan is, but yeah, everything is in flux because, I mean, think about this, Danny. The Medina Spirit thing happened in May.
Yeah.
We still haven't had they haven't even called a positive yet. And we don't have a hearing set in Kentucky, so I don't know what's going to happen, and everybody's in limbo. Baffert has, I don't know, 5 or 6 of the best 3-year-olds out there, and right now they're not getting any points.
Well, we might see horses moving around. It's going to get really interesting, and we still have the Pegasus coming up in the end of January, so that's going to be really exciting.
Knicks Go, his final start.
Yeah.
And Life is Good. Look out.
Oh, it's going to be the duel to remember. Well, it's time for us to head to our final break. When we come back, we're going to have news and notes. See you right after this break.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which provides continuing education for our backstretch community. And sad news in the racing world, Billy Turner, the trainer of Seattle Slew, passed away.
Right, Billy was a legend in the game because Seattle Slew was a really high-strung, kind of hard-to-train horse. Not only did Billy figure it out, he trained the first undefeated Triple Crown winner in 1977, and that was right in the middle of the greatest decade. Secretariat 73, Seattle Slew 77, Affirm 78. People started thinking, hey, this is easy. Well,
Yeah.
turned out that was not the case. Justify, since has also been an undefeated Triple Crown winner. Smarty Jones should have been an undefeated Triple Crown winner. We've been through all that. Everybody understands that. But yeah, Billy was a really fascinating guy, and the way he trained that horse, who was just speed crazy. And if you watch, go on YouTube, watch the beginning of the 77 Derby. This horse completely missed the break. He should have been eliminated. He just bowled his way up there to the front, and once he made the front, couldn't beat him. Actually had a meeting of the Triple Crown winners the next year where he beat Affirmed. We don't have too many meetings of Triple Crown winners in this sport. Seattle Slew was a great horse, and Billy did a great job with him.
Oh, he certainly did. One of the greats for sure. We'll miss him. And Seattle Slew, a horse that we'll remember for a lifetime.
No doubt.
And yeah, I mean, we're getting our Horsemen's Awards, our voting underway here. We're going to have a new Horse of the Year.
We are going to have a Horse of the Year, and I think Chubwagon would be the favorite given the year she had, not just here, but when she went out of town. I don't know who had a better year around here than Chubwagon.
Yeah, we talked about it. Barron could make a case. Magic Michael could make a case of Sevier's our winningest horse, but Chubwagon, the show she put on.
They can all make a case.
Right.
She made the case.
She certainly did. Well, we'll see what happens with the voting, and just want to let everybody know again, on Saturdays in February, me, Chris, and Dick are going to be on Sirius XM Radio, channel 85. We'll let you know for sure the confirmed time, probably around late morning.
We think it's around 11-ish, yeah.
Yep, on Down the Stretch. We look forward to talk about all things parks. And yeah, our post time is 12:10 until January 17th, and we'll go to 12:25 p.m.
And the new schedule is out for 2022, half a dozen Saturdays, including the Triple Crown Saturdays, and of course, PA Derby Day in September.
Lots of exciting stuff. Follow all that. Catch all the PTHA coverage on our social media. And that wraps it up for Dick and I this week. We will see you next week. We are racing here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 12:10 p.m. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.